welcome to Kitchen Mumbai to London. So today we are going to make a non-veg dish. Now I come from Nagpur. I've been born and raised in Nagpur, and then I moved to Mumbai for my studies and my job and everything else. But the Nagpurkar inside me just said that I should share one of the most famous recipes of Vidarbha, Nagpur region, which is the Saoji chicken curry. Now, Saoji chicken curry requires a little bit more ingredients than normally what we have, and it is possible that you might not have all these ingredients, but just make sure that you use whatever ingredients you have, and I'm sure your curry will still taste like heaven. The first step in making our chicken is that we have to marinate our chicken for at least an hour. I have this one baby chicken which is around 900 grams. I have marinated it in half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, salt to taste, and a little bit of lemon juice. To make our Saoji mix, we have to heat up a pan or a big kadhai like this, and then once it's a little bit warm, add in 2 tablespoons of coriander seeds, 1 tablespoon of Shahi Jeera. If you do not have Shahi Jeera, please feel free to add regular Jeera. 2 tablespoons of poppy seeds. Now I didn't have sesame seeds with me because of the lockdown, so if you have sesame seeds, please add in 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds. Some dry spices, 2 green cardamoms, 1 star anise, 1 black cardamom, 1 cinnamon stick. This is stone flour, black stone flour. It is also called as dagad-ful in Marathi. If you do not have this, you can skip this, but if you have it, just make sure that you add it. 1 dried red chili and some peppercorns and 1 clove. Now you have to roast them on a very low flame and just make sure that they do not burn. After a minute or so of roasting, I have switched off my flame and I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of raw rice. Mix everything again. Switch on the flame again. Make sure it's on the lowest possible setting. And then add in 3 tablespoons of desiccated coconut or coconut powder. Mix well and then dry roast it again. So after a minute, I'm going to switch off the flame because my coconut's also changing their color. And I can just smell a really nice aroma of all these spices. I'm going to let this cool down for at least 5 minutes, and then I'm going to make a paste of it. Now in the same pan, I'm going to add a little bit of oil. I'm going to let the oil heat up a little bit. I'm going to add in these 2 chopped onions. Now we have to fry these onions until they change their color a little bit. They have to be light brown in color and not like the burnt brown in color. Make sure to fry them on a medium to low flame. Now after 5 minutes of frying, this is what our onions look like. I have fried them or cooked them on a low flame, and this is how we want our onions to be. I'm going to switch off the flame and I'm going to let these onions cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to make a paste of it. Same kadai, I have added 2 big spoons of oil. So oil is hot enough, I'm going to add in some bay leaves, a little bit of hing to the oil. Make sure that your flame is on the lowest setting possible. 1 spoonful of ginger garlic paste. Now after 1 minute of frying this ginger garlic paste on the low flame, I am going to add in the onion paste or the kanda paste. Which I made out of the Saoji mix. I added very little water to it and then grind it in the mixer. I'm going to add the whole of it. Make sure that nothing goes wasted. I'm now going to mix everything well, and I'm going to cover this and cook it for at least a minute. Now after a minute or so, this is how my mixture looks like. I will be adding 1/4 teaspoon of haldi powder or turmeric powder, 1 spoonful of red chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala, salt to taste. Mix everything well and then pour in some water. Now I have added a total of 1 cup of water just to cook these masalas. Now cover this and let it cook for another 1 minute. Now after a minute or so, this is how our base looks like. So our chicken has been resting for an hour or so. I'm going to add all this into this base. Mix this well. And I'm going to let the chicken cook in this gravy on its own for at least 5 minutes. Please make sure that you cover and cook. Now after 5 minutes, this is what our chicken looks like. 1 cup of water to this. I'm going to cover this again and let the chicken cook without any more water for at least 20 minutes or until the chicken gets cooked and it's tender. In 20 minutes I'll let this chicken cook in its gravy, and this is what it looks like. Now I feel that the gravy is a little bit too thick, so I'm going to add in a little bit of water. 1 cup. I'm just going to let it simmer on low flame 10 minutes more. Now after 10 minutes, this is how my chicken looks like, and I'm just going to see if it's properly cooked or not. It is cooked, yes, it is properly cooked. I'm going to switch off the flame and I'm going to garnish it with some coriander, and I am going to cover it and let the chicken rest in the gravy for at least 15 minutes before I serve it. Now after simmering the chicken in the gravy for 10 minutes, this is how it looks like. While it was simmering, I added 1 cup of water in it because it was a little bit too thick for me. As you can see, the oil has oozed out, and that's really perfect. So do let me know how you found this recipe, Saudi chicken curry. Please like, share, comment on this video. Make sure you subscribe to Kitchen Mumbai to London and also hit the bell icon to receive timely notifications. Stay healthy, stay safe, take care, and I shall see you soon.